What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how it's overtime, not overnight. So many people in the world want overnight success. They want overnight results. They want overnight progress. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the world wants everything to come at them super quickly, but it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to come as quickly as you want it. You're not just going to get rich overnight whenever you try something new. You're not just going to blow up with that business or with that new video or that new content that you wanted to start. It's going to come over time. So what you have to keep doing is that you have to keep working. You have to keep going. There's 365 days in 1 year, right? There's 52 weeks in 1 year. You have to go through week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, just to get to that 1 year mark. And sometimes it's going to take that time for you to have that one blow up, that one successful moment in your life. You're going to have to keep working at something just so you can blow up that one time, right? It might take 52 times for you to try something before you blow up, before you make it, before you get to that next level, right? But the thing is that you have to show up for yourself every single freaking week. Every single week, man. And it's difficult. I know it is. No one wants to show up every single day. No one wants to show up and go to the gym so that they can look fit. No one wants to show up and go to work so they can be able to make money. No one wants to show up and go, live life on a consistent basis just to maintain a lifestyle, right? It takes overtime, not overnight progress. And what people realize over time, ironically, is that it's going to take time for you to get to where you want to get to. It may take a couple years. It may take a couple months. Some people, they say, okay, I'm young. By the time I'm 23 or I'm 25, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be I want to have a lot of money. I want to have successful blank, or I want to have this certain lifestyle. I want to be able to have traveled to these different places. But over time, you might not even reach that level, right? You might not even be in a place where you actually wanted to be at, but you're in the process. And what I want you guys to realize is that it's literally a process thing. It's going to be day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, if that's what God has for you. What people want is the quick results. People want the quick success. People want the big bag and the best girl, the best car, the best lifestyle, right? Everybody wants this good lifestyle. But the thing is that, like I said before, is that God will show you and reveal to you why you don't have those things yet. Maybe you don't have a lot of money because you would spend it on things that don't matter. But if you went down maybe 2 or 3 years, you learn how to use your finances properly. You know how to invest properly. You know how to actually work at, furthering the money instead of just buying unnecessary things. That's why he isn't giving you a lot of money. Maybe he hasn't made you super successful because your ego would get big. You would start treating people lower than you. You feel like you're super, better than everybody, Maybe he hasn't given you that job promotion that you wanted because he knows that you would start bragging about, your position to other people. That you would be like, oh yeah, like look at me, I'm the big manager, or I'm the big, whatever. And now what once was humbleness has now become cockiness. Why is it that everyone wants results super quickly, but they're not okay with going through the process? They're not okay with going over time with no results. Everyone wants the overnight progress, right? What you need to realize is that it's going to be a process. It is. No one wants to go through the process, but that's part of life. That's part of how life goes, is that you have a process of life. You know what I'm saying? You have to hit 365 days before it's your birthday again, before you turn another year. That, you know what I'm saying? That being said, is like, what have I learned since the last year? What have I learned during the process of me getting to the next level, right? Every single year, you're leveling up. And you're going through a different process of whatever it is that you're trying to overcome every single year, every single day, right? It doesn't always have to be over time in a big time period. It could be on a daily basis. You go through something in a day, and it might be, something that you just need to overcome the process and understand the process of. What people end up doing is that they're so focused on wanting to, let things just come to them. And be like, I just feel like I deserve this because I put in this much work. I feel like I've earned this because I've done this for this amount of time. I feel like over time that me being in here or showing up for myself, I deserve blank. But what if you don't? What if you're not ready for what you're asking for? What if God has to reveal to you why you aren't ready for what you're asking for? That's an honest question. Are you even ready for what you're asking for? You know what I'm saying? You might want to be fit, but then you start moving like you the best thing on the planet because you're like, oh, I got my body right. I got my mind right, I got my fitness right, and you get a really big ego, you start walking around, you get super cocky, you feel like you can pull any girl, right? You feel like everything is supposed to be here already. But what if you're not ready for it? What if you're not ready for it? And for you right now, you're like, no, I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it, right? I've been working at this, so I am ready for it. But what if you aren't? Real question you gotta ask yourself. So, over time, not overnight. Over time, not overnight. You're worried about the quickest results, get rich quick scheme, the best way that you could level up, the fastest way you could level up, that you miss the process and you miss the things that you're supposed to learn during the process. You're so focused on wanting the process to just happen super quickly, to just pass by, but you learn that over time you needed the process to become who you needed to become. You needed the lessons that you learned for you to actually be able to maneuver and to be able to get to the next level that you want to get to. Instead, you're focused on distractions, other people's opinions, other people's thoughts, other people, what they have to say about what you have going on, instead of you being focused on yourself in the process. Focus on the right things. You know what I'm saying? Because people are going to come in your life, people are going to do what they do, but this isn't about that. This is about finding out that it's over time and not overnight, and not trying to rush that process. Trying not to speed up the process and find the shortcuts. Go through the hard times, go through the late nights, the early mornings, whatever it takes for you to get to where you need to get to. And then you can appreciate what you've already worked at. You can appreciate what you've already worked for. You can feel like you actually earned it. If someone gave you something, let's say someone gave you a car, you don't feel like you earned the car, right? You're like, okay, this is a privilege for me to have this, sure. But someone gave this to me, so I don't feel like I even had to work to know what it's like to save up money for it. I don't know what it's like to actually put money into myself for me to, have insurance for the car, because someone else has already taken care of everything else. But let's say you came from nothing, you had to work overnight, you had to work long hours, you had to work, super long shifts, and you bought your own first car. You have more pride in that moment because you understand what the process took for you to get there. You understood what it took for you to actually be able to save up for the money. Okay, you went through this time where you had to pay this unexpected money. You had to pay $500, but you needed that for the car, so you can actually be able to go to work, so you can actually be able to move around. And now you're like, man, I remember I had this time, I lost $500 right when I needed it, but I had to work more hours so that I could actually be able to grind. That way I can be able to get what I deserved, right? What I earned. You're focused on that moment. You're focused on, okay, I just wish that someone would give me a car. I wish that someone would give me money. I wish someone would give me success, instead of me having to go out and work for it. And you have a different appreciation when you go out there and actually work for what you want to get. When you actually accomplish the things you want to get, but you went through the process. You understood what it took for you to get there. You have a different appreciation for that. And you've been there before in your life. If you play sports, you understood what it's like to go to practice and to show up for, games, and to show up for different events. And then when the time comes, you're like, okay, I'm ready for this, right? I'm ready for this certain basketball play I have to do, because we ran this in practice multiple times. It's not like everything is new. I've already prepared for this moment. I've been through the process of going through the trainings, knowing what to do on a certain ball handling, or I know how I need to shoot the ball in this certain moment, because you've already been through that process to know what you need to do in that moment. So go through the process. It's over time and not overnight. You're not going to get the results as quick as you think. You got to work for what you want. You got to keep pushing for the things that you want to accomplish. And the quicker that you do that, the quicker that you realize, I need to be better, and understanding that it's literally about the process, not about the overnight success. So that's really all I got for you on this video. I think that people in the world are so used to wanting results. They want everything to just come to them, like I've been saying, but you need to understand the process. And it's okay. It's not supposed to be easy, or else everyone else will be successful and everyone else will be rich. That's why there's not that many people in the world that do that. You know what I'm saying? There's select people that know what it's like to have money, what it's like to have success, what it's like to have fame, what it's like to work in a career to get where they need to get to. That's because they were willing to go through the process. So that's really all I got for y'all in this video. It's really gonna wrap it up. Like this video, y'all share this video to someone, because as we're moving into the next year, people are going to want quick results. People are going to think, I'm gonna get a gym membership and then I'm going to start seeing my body be healthier. I'm going to, start this new business idea, or I'm going to start this new, I don't know, whatever it is that they're starting new, and they want the quick results. But people need to understand that it's literally about the process, not about the results. The results are going to come if you keep going through the process. So share this video with someone that might need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I know that you're not the only person that needs to hear this. You know someone that does. Also, I'm curious, comment what you want to do in 2025. Just one goal that you have. That way you can look back from a year and you can literally look at what was one of the things that you wanted to accomplish and see if you accomplished it. See if you actually overcame and went through the process of what that looked like. And then you can have a story that you can talk about how you overcame the process instead of looking at the overnight results. So comment below what y'all want to do and what y'all want to accomplish in 2025. But that's it, y'all. That being said, I will catch y'all in the next video. I'm gone.